Did you?
Good evening, all. Me being Rob, and hold on, I don't know everybody's name, so let me do this.
You two people
Damn
in
it.
that
I
head
don't
there.
know everybody's
Rob?
name.
I don't know everybody's name. Harris, Tim, Big Paulie, Keith, and me. I didn't know my name either, Rob. And we're all here with you this evening. Last weekend, if you were not with us, you want to
Michael
sit
hasn't
here.
finished thinking, and I haven't even started thinking yet. So
And,
I think he's probably at an advantage.
If you were not here last week, let's hope you saved your money. We got in touch with Tim yesterday. So Tim got his one pick in. He went 0-1. Rob went 1-5. Harris went 1-5. Paulie went 1-5. Keith Avalon, he joined us last Thursday. He went 3-3.
Don't even talk about me. No.
Keith White went 3-3.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yes, you did.
Hey,
So
you did
you
better
lost
than I did.
1, 2. You lost 2. Lost 3.
I got the.
I guess. Oh, you know what? You didn't do it.
Books.
You didn't do it good, did you? Hell no.
No, I only got one.
Florida. Should we ask for a recount?
I only got one.
I think he got 2. He got the 49ers.
No, I took Dallas -3.
Oh, that's right. You took Dallas on that one. Oh, you went 1-5.
Michael.
Oh, we felt bad for him because it was his birthday. That's what the hell it was.
The Buccaneers was the only one I got.
Yeah, Keith.
I was thinking I actually got that one wrong too, because I was thinking earlier that I took the Eagles with the points, but I didn't.
Yeah. Matt Sharver 5-1, and Mike P went 4-2. So Michael Peterson. So Keith Avalon went 3-3. So I didn't know if I gave that or not.
I started out last in a race.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I finished, what was it, 8th? 9th.
Something
ninth.
like you finished on up there. Yeah, we had a race today, race tomorrow coming up, and I will promise you, Keith, you're starting in the top 10 tomorrow. How about that? You're not starting 44.
Michael wants in, I think. Hey, Sean.
44. News of the day, Mike Mayock, GM of the Las Vegas Raiders, he's out of here. Defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, Ken Norton Jr., he's out of here. Mike Tomlin has said he's not sure how he's going to go about his quarterback for next year, but he will do something. I'm sure he will.
Rudolph
Philadelphia, Sirianni, he said he's going to stick with Hurts for one more year. Baltimore has not made any decisions about any firings. It doesn't look like they're going to do. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen there as far as any tumbling of the bricks. And me and Harris are baffled by that shit. We're thinking John Harbaugh should have been fired a while back. Jim Harbaugh says there's one NFL vacancy that intrigues him. It's not the Raiders. It's not the Bears. Can you friggin' believe it's the Giants? If he takes the Giants job, he'll be there 3 years and then sitting on the couch in 2025. That's what the hell
nobody stays there more than 3 years.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just
unless you're Tom Coughlin.
Well, unless you've got to be at least. I don't even know how you get in touch with that organization. They're just out there.
How about Baltimore fires John and hires Jim?
Now, wouldn't that be some shit? That would be pretty cool.
I would predict that Jim Harbaugh would be there at least 7 years. Maybe
you think so? You think if he went with it, he might make it.
In fact, he might be leaving on his own terms.
Also, happy birthday, Keith White. Happy birthday, 51st birthday today. And we got some pictures. I showed them to the guys. And I'll show them to you guys real quick, too. Lady in the office kind of fixed his desk up today and kind of wrapped him up there and some of the was it kind of like so you kind of taped him up all kind of ways there. Good friend of yours. She sure smiled a lot.
Leanne,
his good friend. So that's very cool. Very cool.
Michael wanted in, didn't he?
I don't know. Michael got.
He said, "What about me?"
What about me? What about Raven.
Oh, he asking what about me with his picks.
Oh yeah, he can come in. He can come in. Does anybody know what I was talking about when I said what about me? What about Raven?
Oh,
Yep.
I caught that right away, Rob.
Yep.
Well, I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm not. Yeah, he was
Funny
a damn.
thing is,
He was a
Scott
damn nut.
Levy ain't no dumb jabroni.
No, in WCW, he was so funny though when he had those guys, the flock. I'm like, oh my god, they were crazy as hell. I am wanting in. All right, Mike, look, I'm gonna try to send you one more. Go to your email. I think his email's running from him. And if we have time, I'll tell a joke in a little while, but it's a little bit dirty, so we'll have to watch. Which one is he wanting on? 25? Let me send it to that one.
Philip, what I see here. You
with
see
only 4
versus
games,
Bengals.
you
What
have
do you
plenty of
see?
time tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? What'd you say?
I said with 4 games, we got plenty of time tonight.
Yeah, we got four games. We're good. Send me a link.
I'm watching
Philip wants in too. All right, Philip.
Ohio State and Indiana, Purdue, RUPUI. And
UPUI.
yeah,
That's what Indiana University, Purdue University,
Indiana.
I just put on the Maryland Michigan game.
Yeah, that's on ESPN, I believe.
Yeah, see how bad Maryland.
Disappointing. They give Howard that big extension, and then he's a 500 coach.
Yeah.
But the problem is that if you're a road team on the Big Ten, I don't care who you're playing.
You're a major underdog.
Yep.
I think if I was the Seahawks, I'd take that deal. Darius.
Before we get going tonight, I actually was watching a video earlier of All in the Family. So it was Archie Bunker. Okay.
Archie, love Archie.
And, okay, anybody get offended by Archie Bunker? Put your hands over your ears real quick. But what happened was he's talking to the meathead, right? He's his nephew. I mean his son-in-law. He's talking to the meathead and saying something talking about cavemen. All right.
Oh, that one was a funny one.
He says something about, you know why women got short legs and big butts, so they can cook your meals and have your babies. And then
so the cavemen can catch them or something.
Yeah. So the cavemen can catch them and beat them over the head and make them do what the hell they want to. And then it said something about how about the skinny girls with the skinny butts and long legs. And he said something about they could run away and they could do what the hell they want to. Then they said they felt bad. He said, how about the guys with the short legs and the big butts? He said, oh, they must have been the first frags. And I'm like, oh, my Lord. Archie, only
television, you gotta love it.
Archie. You can say this shit 40 years ago. You say it now, boy, it's going to get you replaced on the television.
Just look at anything from Blazing Saddles 45 years ago. You can't say any of that crap now.
Yeah, if you watch that movie on TV, it'd be over in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Did you, Sabroni, sing yet? Well, I have sung 3 songs today, and the 4th song's coming later, but it's a dirty song, so I'm not going to sing it online.
Jeffro inspired?
Yeah, something like it. Yeah, I ain't seen no Jeffro lately. I have not seen Jeffro.
What the hell?
One I listened to the other day.
All right, what is John Wise asking? Did you jabroni sing yet?
Yeah, he was talking. Maybe he was talking about happy birthday, singing happy birthday to Keith. Maybe.
I was going to say,
John can come in if he. Philip, what's your email again? I don't have one email of you. Let me try one more time. All right, we're gonna get some serious picks in tonight. And I'm wondering how many people are gonna go chalk night.
Probably not.
Chalk is boring.
All right, see if he's got an email put up there.
So Harris, do you think they ought to keep McCarthy, promote the offensive coordinator, promote the defensive coordinator?
Well, I think Dan Quinn's going to have a job somewhere as a head coach.
I could see that being
All
true
right.
for Kellen Moore too.
Has he got his
play calls in that last drive?
Yeah. What's his email? Has anybody got his email thrown up there?
Yeah. I think he coached his way out of the head coaching job there.
Who, John or Philip? Philip just put his up there.
There he is.
Got it.
The man
All right.
himself.
What's up, Philip?
Hey.
All right. We got 8 of them in here
Mike.
tonight. Okay.
Make sure that
we got.
delete that real quick here.
What's that, Tim?
Make sure you erase the email address.
Oh yeah, I got you.
All right, I got a serious question here now. With Seattle firing their defensive coordinator Norton, why would they ask Denver permission to interview their defensive coordinator? Why would somebody go straight across without being promoted, taking another job?
I mean, there could be like differences between coordinator and coach.
Philip,
wants to keep
go over there and erase your email right there. Just go over to the right side of your email. It'll say erase. Otherwise, I have to put you in time. I don't want to do that shit.
Wait a minute.
the 3 dots.
It has to be on YouTube.
Oh, well, only 3.
Hang on.
Oh, I see. I'm not on YouTube. I'm
All right, somebody else. Somebody
He's on a delay.
well got it.
I'm not on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't do it. I tried.
All right. I'll put him in time.
Let me see if I can get back on.
I got it. I took care of it.
Okay, thanks.
I put you in time out, but I don't know. You're still talking, so you ain't in so much trouble. All right.
No.
All right. Here we go, guys. We got 4 games this weekend, okay? Over-unders and the totals. We're going to do everything. We're going to start with Harris. All right, we're here at TV. If you can't turn it down just a notch, whoever's got a TV on just a little bit, if
All right,
you will.
for the record, my decider guy, the dots home, blanks and white.
All right. So, Harris, the Bengals, Saturday afternoon against the Titans. The Titans 2.5-point favorites. Over-under is 46. I tell you what, let's just right now, you take your winner, and then we'll do our over-unders after that. So, right now, just say Bengals or Titans. Titans minus 2.5. Who you like it?
Decider guy says Titans.
Decider guy says Titans. Harris will go with the Titans. Tim.
Yeah, give me the Titans. The magical run's going to end for the Bengals.
Yeah. And somebody said Harris got a haircut.
The other day, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Darius says. All right. No, John Wise says it. All right. Big Paulie, who you going with?
I'm going to say remember the Titans and take them.
All right. Birthday boy, Keith White. Ding, ding, ding. Which way you going?
I'm going to go with the Titans as well, but I like that the Bengals at least have a quarterback like Burrow, who's probably going to give that team some more confidence to at least
More chances,
better
yeah.
shot. Yeah.
Michael Peterson.
Just because the Titans are just 5-2 against the Bengals in the last 3 years, you guys are worrying about the rest? Joe Burrow is on a hot streak. Give me the Bengals. Give me the over.
Whoa. We'll go to over. We'll do the over and under in a minute.
Pay attention. No over-under yet.
I hate to say this, but I'm going to take the Titans as well. I'm a big Bengals fan, but this is the game that really scares me because if they can win, if the Bengals can win, they can make a legitimate shot at being a Super Bowl contender. But I just don't think Burrow's got enough playoff experience yet. So I'm taking the Titans on this one.
Yeah,
I got 8 letters that tell me why I'm taking the Titans. INJURIES. Injuries. 5 Bengals were taken off the field last week. 4 on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That does not bode well for a team that wants to come right to the line, look you in the eye, and knock you over, and just keep running the ball down your throat. If the Titans play this right, their quarterback should not throw the ball 20 times this game. If they have to punt, A punt is not the worst thing in the world. Joe Burrow is going to have to put his arm out there in a sling. And they'll probably have to put 35, 40 tosses out there in order for them to win. I just don't see it. I like Tennessee here. Even if Derrick Henry wasn't going to play, even if he never plays a down this game, I still like Tennessee. They had the week off. If this was a team that went by timing, I would say, well, that might hurt them a little bit. The only timing they do is from their helmet to your helmet when they're knocking the hell out of you. I like the Titans here. I like them pretty big too, but I think Cincinnati's going to keep it close for a couple of quarters. Tim.
John Wise, the Titans also.
All right, John Wise. He said happy 40th birthday. He says happy 40th birthday to you, Keith.
Yeah, I appreciate the guess at 40. I mean, that's pretty nice.
Tim, over under. Let's go. You got the Titans over under 46.
Give me the under.
All right, Paulie.
I think we're going to have some cold weather in Nashville for this game, so I'm going to take the under.
All right, Keith.
I'm going to go with the over on that one.
All right, Mike.
The only one picking the Bengals, and I'm going over.
All right, Philip.
I'll take the under on this one.
Yeah, I think there's a chance of some snow. We got snow here. Chances are they may get a little bit this weekend. We're supposed to get some more. I'm going under. Harris.
Just because Michael took the over, I'm taking the under.
All right.
How you're feeling?
Big
Yeah,
Paulie.
because he jumped the starting gun, huh?
Big Paulie, Saturday night, the 49ers going to travel to the Packers. 4.5 points is the line right now for the Packers. 4.5, night game in Lambeau. Tell me why you like whoever you like. Go for it.
I'm going to go with the Packers. The 49ers beat the Cowboys, but I think they're going to be significantly banged up.
Okay. Keith.
Yeah, I like the Packers as well. Samuel is a scary guy out there, but Garoppolo isn't so much. And the 49ers are a little banged up. Packers are fresher and got their lineman back. What's the name of that lineman? They got the left tackle that came back.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'll go with the Packers and give the 4.5.
Michael.
Mr. Chugabir.
It's probably going to be real cold up there in Green Bay.
Get closer to your mic, Mike.
You either have to get close to the mic or turn your volume up. Turn your volume up a little bit.
Want my volume up? Oh, my goodness. Hold on a second.
Well, just get closer, maybe.
Get close to your mic. Kiss a mic. Go.
Yeah, put it right in front of your lips.
Okay, guys.
All right.
For the man who picked San Francisco last week, the only one who picked San Francisco last week, it ain't going to happen. I think the Green Bay passing game is going to be better. And since it's going to be cold up there, that gives the advantage to the Packers.
All right.
Go Pack.
Philip.
I have to take the Packers on this for the exact same reason Mike did. It's the idea of it's going to be cold, and just like the Raiders came here and it was cold, it's going to be the same kind of thing in Green Bay. It's probably going to be colder there.
Yep. I'm going out on the fence. I'm taking the 49ers here. Bosa, there's a chance Bosa can come back and play this week. They said it's a 30 to 40% chance he plays. They need him. They need him bad. They have got to knock 12 into the dirt so far that he does not like it. He does not like getting hit anyway. If they do blitz, if they do hit him, they got a fighter's chance. Garoppolo doesn't scare anybody, no. But they've got to run the football. That's what they've got to do. I'm taking the 49ers here. Harris.
Green Bay will win the game, but I'm going to take the Niners because it's going to be a missed extra point that decides this game.
Oh, wow. Tim.
4.5 was the line?
4.5.
You give me the Packers. I hate to take almost every home team, but yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Big Paulie. Well, let's see. We started with Big Paulie. We're going to start with Keith right here. Over under, Keith. 47. Over under 47.
I'm going to go under.
Under, says Keith. Michael.
47. That's a lot of points. It's going to be cold.
Like, I can't hear you at all.
We can't hardly hear you.
That's not a bad thing.
I'm thinking out loud to myself. 47 is a lot of points. 47, that would be 7 touchdowns. And it's cold. It's probably that's got to be the number. I'm gonna have to go under.
All right, Michael went under.
47.
Philip.
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna go I'm gonna go over on this one.
All right.
I think Green Bay will get the 28 to 30 points, and I think 49ers will squeak out enough to take it over that 47.
I think it's going to be a legit game, and I think it could be 31-28, something like that. I'm with you. I'm going over. Harris.
Over.
Tim.
I kind of like 47.5. Hopefully it's 27-21. Just hit the over. So
All
over.
right. Big Paulie.
Gotta take the under considering the temperature. So usually that leads to lower scoring games. So I'm gonna go under.
Oh, I got you. Michael Peterson. We're going to Sunday now. We're going to Sunday now. Okay. We got the Rams. We got the Buccaneers. Buccaneers 2.5 point favorites at home. Who you like?
Well, LA has to play on one less day. They looked good last night for a while. But my thing is that Tampa's home, and I think Tampa has the better defense than the Rams. And what do they always say? Defense wins championships. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
All right, Philip.
This one's a tough one. When I did the fast drive replay of the Cards and the Rams actually won in overtime. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. And I'm gonna take the Rams on this one.
All right, gotcha. That's not a huge limb, but the Bucks at home this year, I think they've only lost once. They're good. They're a good team. They're a good team, and I just think they're just getting healthy at the right time. They're starting to hit strides, and if you hit Matthew Stafford, I think you got a great chance. I'll take your Bucks here. Harris.
Who in the hell made this a 2.5 point line is what I want to know. Tampa Bay big.
All right. Tim.
I think partially because of momentum.
Well, I think a lot because of the way the Rams came out and played and just got 28 on the board quick last night. I mean, they jumped all over the Cardinals like they didn't have no damn problems, man.
I hope that Kyler Murray throw ends up being on the blooper reels for many years to come.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, that was horrendous.
I didn't even see it.
Oh, my gosh. Like, take the safety for God's sakes. Anyway, give me the Buccaneers.
Oh, the 3-yard passing, pick six. 3-yard pick six. Oh, well, I saw it. Okay. Yeah. You're taking the Bucks. You're taking the Rams. Okay.
Taking the Bucks.
Take the Bucks.
Paul.
Well, the Bucks have never beaten the Rams in the postseason, but I think Gronk's going to have a big day. I like the Bucks to win and cover.
All right. Keith.
Yeah, I was kind of prepared to go with the Buccaneers in this, but for some reason, I just have a feeling the Rams defense, and being a Sunday game instead of a Saturday game, maybe they'll be out, the travel. Maybe they'll have a little more time before the game starts to get adjusted to the time difference. I just have a feeling Beckham's going to play big in this game, and I think the Rams defense is going to frustrate Brady enough. I'm going to go with the Rams in an upset here.
Wow.
Well, it could happen. Philip, over under here. 48.5 points. 48 and a hook, guys.
I have to go under on this one.
All righty. Philip went under. Look, anytime Tom plays, majority of the time when he touches the football, they get somewhere between 3 and 7. Very seldom do they. I mean, they punt here and there. The Rams are going to give them a hard time. I understand that. But 48 and a half, I'm going to go over. It's probably going to be decent weather, so I'm going to go over. Harris.
Either team's capable of putting 48 themselves. Going
over. Tim.
Yeah, hopefully this ends up being like something like 31-20 Tampa. So give me the over.
All right. Paulie.
I'm going a little higher. I'm thinking it's going to be about 41-21, so I'll go over.
Keith.
I'm starting to worry about what I'm drinking tonight because I'm seeing things so different. I'm going to go with the under. Yeah.
Man.
And Michael Peterson.
This is going to be like a track meet. Over.
Over. All right. It's coming to me now. The Bills and Chiefs Sunday night football. And you know what?
Barely.
I don't think the Chiefs are as good as they have played this year. And I don't think the Bills are as bad as when they do play shitty. I don't think they're as good as they played last week. But I don't think they have to play that good to beat the Chiefs. I think if they play a good, steady game, punt the ball, don't throw interceptions. That's the number one thing. Don't throw interceptions. If you got to take a punt, punt the ball. But I think this team is capable of beating Mahomes and company. I'm taking the Chiefs are 2.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Bills. I think straight up they win. Harris.
I think this game right here should be your AFC Championship game. The winner of this game is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Buffalo.
All right. I thought maybe I might be the only person to take them. Tim.
Nope, you ain't gonna be the only one. And you got the trifecta here, Buffalo.
Tim. Wow, I am. You don't know how surprised. I really thought it was gonna be 6-1. I thought I'd be the only Buffalo guy.
Wow.
Paulie.
The king is dead. Long live the new king. Take the Bills.
Wow, this is so surprising to me, guys. You don't know how much it is. Keith.
Yeah, I was going to take the Bills too because I just like their running game a little bit more than I do the Chiefs. I mean, Mahomes is dangerous, but I'm going to go with Buffalo.
Wow. Okay, this has really surprised me that this. Michael Peterson, you're going to go against us.
The key player in this game is Jared McKinnon. He is going to have another field day against Buffalo. Let's go with the Chiefs and Mahomes time.
I feel better now.
All right. Philip. Who's Philip taking?
Well, if I had taken the Bengals, I would want the Chiefs, but I didn't take the Bengals. I want the Buffalo Tennessee rematch where it's not a trick flea flicker to decide the freaking game. Come on. Woo! I mean, you look at the replay, and that is on the line, and yes, Tennessee got it. But we don't want a cheap shot this time. We want a all-out win. Like I said, if I had chosen the Bengals, I'd say Kansas City. And you got to understand here, I won my fantasy football league this year, and I had Mahomes as my quarterback, and my team was 5-9. And how the hell I win the Super Bowl with a 5-9 record? I just got three key good wins. I was underdog in the first 2 rounds by 20 points. But I'm taking the Bills on this one.
All right, Philip. And okay, over under Harris. 53 and a hook right here to end the weekend. How about that? Okay.
Under.
I don't know what the Chiefs. Is anybody got Kansas City weather? If they want to throw it up, they can. But Harris is going under. Let's give Tim a second there with the weather, and if Harris wants to change it up, he can. But if you've got the weather for Kansas City for Sunday night, thank you. That would be very, very nice.
We're looking at about like 30s.
30s. How about
Yeah.
rain? How about rain or snow?
No, it doesn't look like
No,
it.
okay, so this is a balmy night then. We
Yeah.
got
Under.
a balmy Kansas City night. Tim, 53.5.
You know what? Give me the over.
Oh, he went over. Okay, Paulie.
I think if the Bills are going to win, they're going to have to contain Mahomes under.
All right, Keith.
For Michael, what's the penalty efficiency of these two teams? And
You don't want to go there, do you? You don't want to go there, do you?
I'll go under.
Our game's officiated by Jerome Boger. Which,
Yeah. Boger is sitting at
home
home.
for the game.
Boger is sitting at home on his thumb this week. Mike Peterson, go
well,
for
he's
it.
working his full-time job full-time this week.
Yeah, that's probably sitting on his
They got
on his thumb.
officials for these games this week, by the way. But I gotta go over.
All right.
Over.
Keith, you got
Philip.
a message from numbers.
Yeah,
This
thank
is
you, Dave. I think his name is Dave.
this is a tough one.
Best
Because,
game of the weekend, by the way.
Even in weather of 30 degrees, Buffalo's used to 30-degree weather. They're one of the coldest cities to play out there. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm gonna go under on this one.
I'm like this. I picked the Bills for a reason. I think they slow down Mahomes, and the only way you're going to beat them, I don't think you can beat them 50-44. I just don't think you got. If you're going to beat them, you got to beat them 30-28 or some shit like that somewhere. Which that still would be over. I understand that, but I think you got to slow them down a little bit. I'm going the under on this one myself.
This far without a bot, and everyone is.
Got it.
You already got it?
What the hell is up with all these freaking bots? Like,
I'm going to go ahead and get
Gotcha.
out here, guys.
all right, thanks.
Are you heading out, Philip? Okay.
Yeah, I'm heading out.
Oh, okay. Phil.
All right.
Thanks for stopping in.
Guys, who would you say in the AFC is the rookie of the year this year?
Offensive or defense? Or just
Offensive
overall?
rookie of the let's just go overall. It doesn't matter. Offense or defense, whichever one you think.
Offensive rookie of the year, Jamar Chase.
It's
Think
a-
so. I'm gonna say
Let me get my notes out here.
I'm gonna
roll
say
the
Mac
decider die for
Jones.
me, please.
I'm gonna say Mac
I
Jones.
want Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Keith.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Yeah,
The quarterbacks always get the nod, so since there was one that did well, I'd say him, Mac Jones.
Tim.
the only reason I might go with Jamar Chase, his last 3 games were phenomenal.
Yeah,
Right,
they were.
right.
Like,
The
especially
first-
that game against the Chiefs that they had to win, and he was the reason they won that game. So I guess I'll give it to Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
If
I've
he wasn't,
got
I'm not gonna be
one, two,
disappointed.
Jones Chase.
The reason I went with Jones is just the same reason, but the first 10 games of the year, Jones just he kept that ship afloat. So, Paulie, who would you say?
I'm going to go with Mac Jones.
Okay, all right. Now let's go over to NFC. NFC rookie of the year, it does not matter. Offense, defense. Who do we
Give
like
me
the best?
Trayvon Diggs. You intercept 11 passes and tie a team record. I don't care if it was 17 games. Give me Diggs.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm going to go Diggs and Parson.
Okay,
Okay.
that could work.
Yeah,
Um,
I have to
Keith?
be honest, I didn't really see much of Diggs this year. I guess I didn't pay that close
11
attention to what he's
interceptions.
doing. Yeah,
Diggs, yeah,
that is
that-
impressive.
yeah.
But I do know that the linebacker Parsons had a very good year, so I'd be happy with him getting it. I guess
yeah.
either way, I'm not gonna argue it.
Paulie,
I got to go with Mr. Diggs with Big D. Not
Yeah.
so big anymore.
Michael P.
I've watched him too many times, and he's just as impressive. He's just as impressive as I think he is. Micah Parsons.
Okay. right now, if you had the chance, we're not picking, but if you could say, I want this team and this team in the Super Bowl, Harris, right now, just for sake of saying I would like to cheer, I think it'd be a great football game.
Are you talking about the teams that are remaining, or anybody?
Yes, the four on each side remaining right now.
Teams
The
remaining,
AFC.
I'd like to see Buffalo, and LA.
Buffalo and the Rams. Okay, Tim.
Definitely Buffalo. I'm still deciding whether I want Green Bay or Tampa. Give me Buffalo and Green Bay.
Buffalo and Green Bay. Okay. Paulie.
Buffalo and Tampa Bay. Give them a rematch from that regular season game from earlier in the season that was so good.
Okay. Keith.
Yeah. I'm thinking Buffalo just because they still have never won one. It's been a long time since they've been there now. And I do like Aaron Rodgers to watch him play and stuff, and I'd like to see him get another one. But then again, on the other side, Stafford, I think it would be neat if he could get to a game like that. So, well, I'll say Buffalo and Green Bay just to
okay.
Final answer.
Solely says Chiefs and Rams.
Oh, okay. Mike.
I want to see Aaron Rodgers get one more. So I would say Green Bay, but between Buffalo and Kansas City, boy, those are two good teams. But I'm a big fan of Patrick Mahomes, so I'm going to say Kansas City.
All right.
Ooh, Super Bowl I rematch.
Hey,
I got a team nobody brought up.
State Farm Bowl.
I want to see. I want to see the Buccaneers and the Titans play.
Ooh.
I want to see.
I'd like to see Henry in the game too. That'd be fun.
The Titans and the Buccaneers, because I think that would be a good game, and it would be a clash of two different ways all the way around. You want to wish anybody a happy birthday here?
Hey,
happy birthday, Keith.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Hey, Rob, Darius and Alex just reminded me of something.
Okay.
Diggs is technically not a rookie.
Oh, okay.
He was drafted in 20.
I'm doing great, numbers. Doing great. Okay. The quarterback, the linebacker Parsons would definitely.
Yeah, Parsons then. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you guys like that matchup, huh? Okay. Yeah, I like the Buccaneers Titans. And then my second matchup was actually going to be a different one. 49ers Bengals. They played in 91 or something like that?
Played twice.
They played in 91. I think it was the year 92 or something.
That's the only team the Bengals have played in the Super Bowl. The 49ers.
And this is crazy. Me and my wife, we think we were in the same building in 1991 or 2, whatever it was, Super Bowl Sunday. It was the Flyers playing the Capitals at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. Never met my wife until 2006. But we think we were in the same building 15 years prior. How about that shit?
Wow.
Yeah.
About 6 plays into that game, the center broke his freaking leg.
Tim Crumry.
He was a defensive tackle, right?
Yeah.
Defensive tackle. Yeah.
Well, did Crumry ever play again after that?
I think he was ready the week 1 the next year.
He came back, and I want to say maybe he played for another team too.
If he did, I don't remember that. I know he played at least one more year for Cincinnati.
Who are you talking about?
Tim Crumry when he broke his leg in the Super Bowl in 1991.
Yeah, he was flopping around in the slow motion.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and there was also the Stanley Wilson incident for the Bengals.
Stanley
Wilson, that was the night before, right?
Yep. Yeah. And the worst part was the only touchdown the Bengals got was not on offense; it was on special teams.
Kick return by Jennings, right?
Stanford Jennings,
Stanford Jennings. Yeah, they had a good special teams.
Yeah.
So we need a general manager and coaching report for the New York Giants coming here. Giants Central.
Folks in chat, we were talking about this before we came online. If Jim Harbaugh went to the Giants, and we gave him 5 years, can he make the playoffs in 5 years? Tim.
Well, I don't think Harbaugh is going to be there.
Well,
I do not think he.
He said
that.
all he said. All he said 3 days.
quarterback.
Michael, all he said 3 days ago was this: of all the jobs out there, that's the one that intrigues him more than any of them. How about that shit? He said that
doesn't impress me because you could say anything about any job, and it would be like that. I don't think Harbaugh is going to go after the. I don't think he's going to get the job.
We'll see. But Tim,
if you ask that question, if you give him 5 years, the answer will probably be yes.
Yes.
Because
all right.
it will also depend. It also will depend on draft picking, where they're picking in the draft, where they're going to start their rebuild and their focus on, who are the free agents that are available. So my answer would be yes.
All right, Tim.
Okay, so what's the status on Barkley? Should he be back next year?
Barkley, isn't he a free agent? Because I saw something that said something about they predicted he was going to be in Buffalo next year.
Well, okay, so if you don't have Barkley, you don't have a running back. You don't really have a running back. You don't really have a game-breaking wide receiver.
Right.
And you don't really have a quarterback. So you're taking – I mean, unless you're drafting like the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 70s, you got to get an offensive lineman, you got to get a running back, you got to get a quarterback, and you're probably going to need some defensive help. Yep. So it's going to take 2 or 3 drafts or really good free agency. You're talking maybe 1 or 2 years. Like, you better keep your head, like, you better go like 6-11, like 7-10, and then like 9-8. And then you better hope those last 2 years you're going like 11-6.
Well, the good thing about the NFC East, you don't most time have to win 13 or 14 games in order to win that division or be up close to the top because it's a pretty fighting down division. So what would you say, Tim? 5 years, the odds are he makes it playoffs, doesn't make it playoffs. 5 years.
I'd probably say 60-40 he does.
Okay. Harris.
Well, with 7 teams making the playoffs, you got 3 wild cards.
Right.
I don't see a reason why not.
Okay. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Washington and Philadelphia are 2 teams in that division. That's
I just don't think. I don't think Daniel Jones. I put him at the bottom 5 in the league. I think Heineke at Washington's better than Daniel Jones.
Well, wait a minute.
I'm not sure.
On Jones' behalf, okay, he came in with Jason Garrett as an offensive coordinator. That gets him up here to down here automatically.
Oh my God!
Give him another coordinator this year. Give him a season and see what he can do. Right?
I'm gonna say
an NFL caliber quarterback.
I don't. And I think in 5 years' time, after 3 years, you'd be getting rid of a quarterback, and then you'd be rebuilding. I'll say no, they couldn't make a playoffs in 5 years.
I still think they take a quarterback in the second round, and I think a quarterback's going to come out of Cincinnati.
What do you think? What do you think, Paul? If you give him 5 years, what do you think?
Probably yes by year 5. I think they'll have to get a new quarterback. That's going to be, priority 1 for them because I don't think Jones is the answer there.
I'm with you.
Is a free agent
Keith.
After 2022.
Keith, what do you think?
I would say yes, provided that they have competence at the GM position and in the drafts. I know they're going to have a lot of picks this year. Mm-hmm. They should be able to by 5 years to get there. But the pieces they need are the ones that are going to make it the biggest challenge.
Right.
All right, let me ask you. Everybody says they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Do you think they take Pickett with number 5?
I don't think there's really. This year is going to be the answer, though.
Yeah, I think Pickett's gone by 5 anyway.
I don't think he goes before 15.
Oh, I think so.
The best chance might be, like the Raiders are making a change now at GM, so.
Yeah,
I wonder if he changes everything. If Carr is out there, if somebody could grab him,
and somebody could get Carr and bring him east.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. What better team could pick him up than Pittsburgh? I still say if Pittsburgh doesn't get a free agent quarterback, they're going to move up to the top 5 or 8 and get Pickett themselves. And from the University of Pittsburgh, to Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
But there's no way it's going to be 15 picks and no quarterbacks.
Would you take Garoppolo?
I'm not saying they deserve.
Right now, I've got Pickett going to the Steelers at 20.
Oh, I think
you think he falls that far, Harris?
What'd you say, Tim?
I said, Harris, you think he falls that far to 20?
I do, and I think he's going to be the second quarterback going only because Denver's going to screw up and take the kid from Liberty.
Oh, you think Liberty's quarterback's going to be the first one chosen? Malik
only
Willis.
Because Denver's going to make that pick.
Okay. Tim, let me ask you. Top 15, will there be any quarterback selected? Just a yes or no? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they got to. Because that's the thing. If you're the GM and you're told get a new quarterback, you don't give a shit if it's 8, 10, 12, 6. You're going to move up and do it. Because you're not going to take a running back. You're not going to take a running back in the first round unless it's way down in the bottom. And then all these defensive linemen, they're there. I mean, there's a stack of defensive linemen. Yeah, I'll say easily.
About Desmond Ridder.
Is that the Cincinnati guy?
Yes.
Yeah, Ridder. He has. Did he have one more year? I want to say he's got one more year.
How about the SMU guy and the Houston QB? And
I definitely. There's too many. And then the kid from jeez.
Not Louisiana.
No, not what Utah? No, I don't think it was Utah. Shit. What? No, it wasn't Wyoming either.
No.
Yeah, I'll think of it in a minute. But
who do you think goes with that first pick? The Jacksonville.
Oh goodness, I'm not much of a draft guru. Jacksonville's got so many holes. Where do you go?
Best what?
Well, I think Hutchinson's the best pick there.
I think Hutchinson should go number 1, but I think Thibodeau's going to go number 1. If I was picking,
everybody I've looked at board-wise has Thibodeau number 1.
Yeah, Thibodeau in Oregon, and he's defensive end. You do or don't?
Good. I do.
Yeah, but I tell you what, Aiden Hutchinson, man, in the biggest games of the year, he stepped up. Except when they had to play Georgia, he just didn't do anything that day. But Georgia, it's not like Georgia's offensive line is not NFL caliber. I mean, he's playing NFL guys right there.
I don't think anybody could really make a mistake with taking Evan Neal.
Oh no, Evan Neal in the top 5 is not a mistake. He is.
Doesn't matter who you are.
No.
Oh yeah,
he's offensive lineman. Yeah, but I definitely think there'll be at least 3 quarterbacks taken in the top 25 in the picks, and Kenny Pickett will be 1. Is the Ole Miss quarterback? Is he healthy enough? We'll see. And maybe the kid from Liberty. I don't think the kid from Liberty goes first, though. I still think Pickett will be the first quarterback to go. I think, but man, and don't get me wrong. Do I think they're first round caliber? Hell no. I don't think they're nothing. Last year's quarterbacks weren't the greatest, and this year's even a lot worse. But if you got to have a quarterback, you got to have a quarterback. That's why I say you'll put your chips on the table if you have to, and that's what's going to happen.
Good night for John Wise.
They're going to overpay.
Right, John.
Keith says, Ken says, happy birthday. John says, happy birthday. Night all.
There are only 3 or 4 quarterbacks worth drafting this year.
I agree. But I'll guarantee you, by the time 7 rounds goes through, it'll be 8, 9 quarterbacks. You wait and see.
Oh, I agree. I mean, those later rounds, you got to take the flyer.
Yeah, but I think
it's worth taking it.
First 3 rounds probably 7, which is way too many. It's way too many.
I saw something tonight.
Quarterbacks is always a sexy pick.
It is. Keith, I was very impressed with your eloquence in describing History Maker baseball that night. Keith was on very nice. Yeah, Keith was a very good guest.
I don't know if it was eloquent, but it was. I like the game engine on that.
Yeah. I am thinking about trying to get this. What's the name of it again, guys? You guys help me fast.
Fast drive.
Fast drive football, and I want to get that on the channel. And how far do you think Jameson Williams falls in the draft after his ACL injury?
Still first round pick.
Maybe. If he can't play next year, he'll probably fall to a second or third just because you're paying. Well, you got to pay him, and it counts as 1 year of his service, even if he's sitting on the bench.
It all depends on who the GM is in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
If they have the right guy there with the right head coach, that's a perfect fit.
Yeah, but they're going to try to find somebody healthy if they can. I don't think you can take him first round if he can't play. We'll see. So,
what do the Lions have as far as draft picks this year? Are they?
Well, they got the second pick right now.
The Lions have 2 number 1s because they're getting the 49ers number 1.
Correct.
And then they're getting 2 2s because they're getting 49ers number 2. And they're getting 2
because of the Stafford deal.
Yeah. And the 5s. I said 49ers. I'm sorry. Rams. I'm dumbass.
Well, here's the thing. If they were smart, like me and Rob talked about before, Jacksonville and Detroit, and maybe even Houston, these teams need to trade down. Get multiple
picks. Yes. Get multiple picks where you can go get yourself 2 linebackers, 2 defensive linemen, 3 offensive linemen.
2 offensive linemen.
Yeah,
but
2 or 3.
If all 3 of those teams, they don't trade down, all of them are picking defensive linemen first.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's how you judge Thibodeau or Aiden Hutchinson. And the way I look at it is this. Those 2 are great. They are great players. But don't tell me for a second, one of these guys from Ohio State or Georgia or Alabama, don't tell me that they can't come out off of the defensive line and come in there and just help you just like that too. They are that good. Alabama does not take trash. They don't bring trash to the campus. They might do some trashy shit, but they don't bring trash in as far
Nick
as
Saban won't allow it.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to tell you right now, there is a perfect scenario in the first round for either Jacksonville or Detroit. 3 number 1s from Philadelphia sitting down there to trade for that 1 or 2 pick.
Yeah. Wow. And the thing is,
Philly has a shitload of picks.
And Philadelphia right now, they are standing on a tightrope wondering, are we going to keep Jalen Hurts?
Well, I was just going to say earlier, I heard earlier tonight that they've already made a verbal commitment to whatever it's worth, very little probably, that they're going to stick with him at least 1 more year.
And that's the thing, though. That's always, we're talking 6 months. 3 months down the road till they draft. Shit can change. Oh, wow. He can go out here and get in trouble. There's so much that could happen. He could go in here and have problems with the coaches. They're talking about they're going to get rid of their defensive coordinator. Well, if they get rid of their defensive coordinator, how's things going to happen in Philadelphia? Offensive coordinator wise, they hadn't been calling good plays either. So who knows? I think there's a 50-50 chance that he's not a starting quarterback next year for Philadelphia. They've still got a lot to talk about, and if he's not their starting quarterback, exactly what Harris said is on the table. They're looking at that Pittsburgh quarterback, and they're like, damn, we saw him throw for 33 touchdowns and shit. And what do we got to do? Well, when you're going after to make the splash, you got to do what it takes. If that takes getting rid of 3 1s and maybe getting a 2 in replace of that, can you imagine if they did that? And who's got the number 1 pick? Jacksonville?
Yep. Jacksonville is number 1.
Now, I don't think he would go that high, but I'll tell you this. if you're a team counting on getting Pickett, you're not waiting until the 10th pick and saying, well, we'll take our chances. You're not doing that shit. You're going to jump up there and you're going to snatch him away from some other team because you can better believe there's at least one or two other teams wanting that quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
Philadelphia I just checked. Philadelphia right now has 12 picks in the draft.
They do,
Ooh.
yeah. Yep.
You can go a lot of directions there.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
right
could.
now they own the 15th, the 16th, and the 19th in round 1.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can get
Giants are what, 5, 7, 8? Right.
Giants are 5, 7, and I'm only on 5, 7 right now.
5 and 7. Okay.
Yeah. And I've got them taking Stingley and Cross.
And now,
okay.
And the Lions. Look at the 2022 draft for the Lions right now. See how many picks they got. You just said how many did you say? You said Philadelphia had 11.
12.
12. I think
and keep in mind when I say this don't count as the picks that they get for losing free agents.
Yeah,
right.
the compensatory picks. Yeah,
right. So one.
I think the Lions have 4. I think the Lions have 14, 13.
3.
Who's the first pick in the fantasy draft next year?
Wow.
I know who I would take.
Probably Mahomes.
No, I wouldn't even take him.
Allen?
I would take a wide receiver.
Chase.
Yep.
Chase or there's a lot of good wide receivers out there.
Harris is counting those picks. I hadn't heard him say anything lately, so they must not have as many as I thought they had.
7.
Yeah, I did see.
They've only got 7 at my count.
And that's in how many rounds?
That's 7 rounds.
7 rounds.
Really?
Yeah, there's a couple rounds they don't have anything. Let me double check. They got number 2.
Have they included the remaining playoff teams yet in the draft list?
Well, I've got that all in here, but they got 2 in the first round. They got 1 in the second round.
Keith, did you get any adult magazines or videos for your birthday?
Yeah,
that's what he's going to check your mail right now, Ken.
They do not have 1 in the 4th.
That's where he's off to.
Yeah. He'll have a cat in his hand covering up in magazines.
They do not have a 5th.
All right. 1. Yeah, they may be getting these picks. These picks they get from the Rams may be spread over 3-4 years.
1 in the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only got 7.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That now, like I said, that don't count any other picks that are added in.
Which NFL team will have the most penalties this weekend?
That's a good question.
Well, since Boger's not officiating,
49ers.
None of them may get a penalty.
49ers probably because they're going to the Packers. And what team gets more their way than the Packers? I'm sorry if you're a Packers fan. If you're a Packers fan, folks, wow. I'm serious. They get them thrown their way. Sadly, the Bruins not showing up tonight, down 4-1 to Carolina.
The reason I'm putting that down
my
is
new driver's license today, the real ID, and you can tell by the picture, it looks like somebody shoved their finger up my ass right there.
Tonight is Willie O'Ree retirement night. They're retiring his jersey. Unfortunately, Willie will not be in the building. They're going to do it virtual because he's afraid of COVID.
Oh, okay.
Fair point. The guy's in his 80s.
Yeah,
you
can't blame him.
What's the worst? You beam him in on the jumbotron. He says a few words. They raise it up to the rafters.
And clap for 30 seconds and drink a half a beer. Yeah.
Pretty much. We'll see what happens. Well, Rick Nash is going to be the first one.
5-1 now. Now it's 5-1. Yeah, 5-1 now. They're kind of showing the highlights now on the NHL Network. They're kind of just round robining, but they were showing the Capitals game in which Ovechkin scored.
The Bees.
Yeah, I heard that.
The Bruins are baby kittens tonight.
Bees.
Yeah.
Ken says a solid ceremony. That's cool.
I got I've shown that I got his autograph. Right?
I
think I've seen that once, or I've showed it once at least.
Who is that?
Of a slow draft.
I have a Willie O'Ree's autograph.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The fact that I just checked the other day, the ink they used was so bad. His is the only autograph that's recognizable still on that pennant.
Harris.
Yo.
Lock of the week. Got $100. You're gonna tell all your fans out there, Harris. Put $100 on which team? Not over under. Buffalo. Lock.
I don't like my homies.
Harris says his lock is Buffalo. Tim.
Cleveland's not playing this week, Tim.
I know. And I trust me, I'll go against them if need be. Let's see. Who's going against the Bengals? Yeah.
Titans.
Give me the Titans for the lock of the week.
Gotcha. Paulie.
The Bucks with that 2 and a hook. I think that's going to be an easy peasy one for the Bucks.
Keith.
I guess I'll be the second one with the Titans.
All right. You know what? I really think the Bengals are going to give them a better game than. Gosh.
Well, I don't feel real comfortable on any of these, but I mean,
no, I'm with Paulie. I'm with Paulie here, though. I just think once the Buccaneers get up on the Rams, when does Stafford ever come back? So that's what I'm going with. I'm sorry, Michael, I jumped over.
That's okay.
All right.
Down.
Lock of the week.
Ralph Emery died today. I don't know if you know who he was, but
I've heard of Ralph Emery. Yeah,
he died. He died today. But my lock of the week, Rodgers, Green Bay.
Green Bay, okay. All right.
Comeback player of the year, Rob.
Comeback player of the year. Oh wow. Could it be that Bosa kid from out in LA for the Chargers? He was hurt last year, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he out?
Nick Bosa?
Yeah.
Or Joey
Joey lost. He missed 9 games last year, I think. He came back this year and played well. Well, I don't really know that many guys.
Does Burrow qualify because he was injured last year?
My top 4 I have.
Darius has
it. Order, and one of them I know everybody's going to say no on is Wentz. I got Nick Bosa from San Francisco.
That's a good one.
Joe Burrow and Dak Prescott.
I'll go with
correct.
Dak.
On
Dak will be my pick.
Who was the first one you said?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Okay. But the other 3, fine.
The 0-yard interception pass.
Carson Wentz, MVP for whatever team he was playing against this year. That motherfucker.
But he is in that talk for comeback player of the year, though.
Let me ask you this. Let's be serious. As serious as everything. If you were a Colts fan, would you be comfortable right now having him start next year for you, Harris?
Hell no.
Tim?
Nope.
Paulie?
No.
Keith?
Well, I mean, what else are they going to do? I would, I guess, go ahead and do it for another year.
Washington found Heineke or whatever on the damn street corner. They can't do no damn worse than that. They better than them. So I don't know. Michael Peterson, what do you think? Would you go with?
No.
You don't have
You're
no
also
confidence.
talking about a team we had a first-round pick.
Indianapolis doesn't have a first-round pick.
Then you might have to say
they got to go get Carr. They got to go out there, drive the truck, and go get the car.
What if Andrew Luck decided to come back?
Wouldn't that be?
He ain't coming back.
No, they've asked him too many times to come back, and Drew Brees to come back before Andrew Luck would.
Shit, Luck's waiting for his call from the Hall of Fame committee, you know.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering which way the Saints are going to go next year. They cannot go and not address that quarterback problem It's huge. I mean, you can't go. What's that guy's name that played quarterback for him this year? Who's that guy that played quarterback for the Saints this year?
Oh, Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. I'm sorry, Taysom Hill is not.
Who was their starter?
The Florida State guy.
Jameis Winston, too.
Winston.
Jameis, 30-30. He's another 30 for 30. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. And let's see. Who is – oh, yeah. So Jameis Winston and Antonio Brown got in common. They're both 30 for 30 guys.
Yeah, there again, you're talking about a team with the 18th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
What was your question, Rob?
I said what's Antonio Brown and Jameis Winston got in common? They're both 30 for 30 guys on the channel.
Jabronis.
Who are your top 3 favorite NFL coaches you dislike, Rob? The one for Washington, and the one for Washington. We'll dislike him 3 times. And has anybody ever seen the damn game?
You dislike him 3 times more than before Carroll?
Anybody else?
Twice, 3 times a dislike.
Have you guys ever seen the little football man you set up to kick, and they call him, I don't forget what they call him, top kick or whatever, and you hit
Big
him
toe.
Yeah.
Super
toe.
Super jock.
Yeah.
Super jock.
Yeah, I got one of them downstairs. That's what I'd like to have. I'd like to have a life-size 6'3" guy, and you do that to him right behind him and kick it it's right out of DC. All the way to the nearest. Oh, yeah. I can't stand him. That's just one I don't like. If I got to pick 2 more coaches I don't like, and this is just coaches I don't like. It doesn't mean they're not bad or not good. I don't like Seattle's coach. I just don't like him. I don't like him. Never have liked him.
I have no trouble with him.
He's a dumbass. Yeah. See, look, I look at it this way. If they can reach to the point where you can look him straight in the eye and say, "Hey, that's one stupid son of a bitch," because 1st and goal, and we're going to throw the football. That's enough to be dumbass of the year, and that gets you fired. I'm sorry. And then who else is it I don't like? Saints coach is okay.
Harbaugh.
I don't dislike Harbaugh. I really don't. I don't dislike.
That
like
man has made so many stupid decisions the last 3 seasons.
He makes stupid mistakes. But they're saying the ones I dislike, just simply dislike. I tell you what, I have the most respect for Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, me too.
Mike Tomlin, to me, look, he's
Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, certainly a Hall of Fame coach. Look at his wins. I mean, he's like 70 above 500.
Tomlin, absolutely.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
There was a video this week that came out somewhere. Arians slapped one of his players.
Oh yeah, he slapped one in the middle of the game. He did it. Yes.
Yeah, slapped him in the helmet and hit him with his elbow on his follow through.
That'll probably get him fined. So
far,
they said they were taking care of it internally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. and the league will step in then too. Anytime that internally bullshit starts up, then the leagues will step up. And I tell you what, if think about this, guys, we have all these coaching changes and shit we've been talking about. Houston played pretty well this year, considering they had who was quarterback. I can't even.
Tyrod Taylor started the year.
Not Tyrod Taylor, this last guy they had.
Davis Mills.
Mills. Davis Mills. Yeah, and they played well and played tough. Just ask the Colts. Because aren't they the ones that knocked the Colts out?
No, Jaguars.
Oh, that's right.
Jaguars knocked the Colts
That's right.
out,
Because the Titans had
worst team in the league.
Yeah, the Titans had the Texans that last week. And they just squeaked by.
Titans had. Oh, that's right. They did. Yeah, because Colts had the Giants. That's right.
I don't think that's a worse job.
Alex, you would pick.
I really
right
don't.
Now,
I
I'm
mean,
Gonzaga.
Mills might not be your future, but hell, he won games that he wasn't supposed to win. I would start him next year all the way. I really would.
Good choice.
Right now, I like Duke too. I like Duke. They're 9-1. I've been seeing them.
I still say Gonzaga.
What's Purdue running at right now?
Purdue was the third or fourth, 12-1?
They just beat Illinois like in a 2 or 3 overtime game.
That was double overtime.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic game. I watched a lot of that.
Yesterday afternoon.
I watched the Notre Dame Howard game yesterday.
I want everybody in chat, if you'll do this for me. Not right now, but after we go off the air, to go on any one of my videos you want to. I'm thinking about getting Fast Drive Football. I want to vote as to what season you think I should get. Every NFL season is absolutely free, and if you want it, you can get it yourselves, print it out, and you got it to play. But I want to play it on the channel, okay? Leave me a message on there. That doesn't mean I'm going to go with it, but I would like to see exactly what people think, okay? So I think it.
Alex, I don't know.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know.
Before we go tonight, I want to wish Keith White a happy birthday again. 51 years old. And, and Harris, before we come back, Thursday this week, Harris is going to be 55 Thursday night. Very cool. Yep.
You may be a Cowboy fan, but you're still a good guy.
I hear you, Michael.
You know what I'm saying? It's so hard.
Says the guy from Texas.
I love
Frank
Wayne
Scott.
Like the team, but I like the fans that root for them.
Okay.
Frank,
you were
go
there
back.
when they were 1-15, right, Harris? Or was that
Say what?
Were you there when they were 1-15?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said you're a fan. You're a true
Hey,
Absolutely.
Frank, if you go back to the beginning of the video, well, not the very beginning, but when we started making our picks, that was the one thing I said the Bengals would hurt. 5-6 injuries this week. A lot of them on the defensive side of football. It's got to worry you. It's got to.
Tim, my wife liked that
Dallas
joke.
If the Bengals,
Dallas joke.
If the Bengals was a full defense loaded, I would give them a chance to win. But the Titans are a team that just wants to run it down your throat. That's the reason I can't go with them, Frank. I'm going with the Titans. We all went with them, but Michael P. But Michael P.'s sitting there drinking something anyway, so I don't know what the hell.
You never know what Michael's drinking.
So, but yeah, Frank. Otherwise, I would have went with the Bengals. I'm not going to say I probably would have, but the Titans with the week off, I like that chance. We really do like their chances.
Rob.
Yes.
What was your thoughts on the new proposed playoff system in baseball?
I don't like it. I don't like it. If they're gonna do anything, reduce the amount of teams going to be playing in the playoffs. I don't mind, but they want 7 and with a bye. Bullshit. Look, what's the worst thing for a pitcher at the end of the season?
Time off.
Yeah, right. Let's give them 4 days off, and then they're coming back, and that's an advantage. That's an advantage. I don't know.
That's horseshit.
This is not, and I brought it up to Keith. This is not football. A bye is not an advantage. It's not. So
did nothing.
I don't think a bye is an advantage in football either.
Well,
nothing in the playoffs.
I think a bye is an advantage if you got some injuries and you're getting healthy, but if you're a timing team and you throw the ball here, and here, I don't think it's so much of an advantage. But some like the Titans that wants to run it down your throat.
As if MLB needs to expand their playoffs, as they're already hitting against that October 31st date.
You're right, exactly. Yeah. The only way you can do this is start the season in mid-March. That's the only way.
No. That's not.
Okay, and let me also
Sunday doubleheaders.
Let me also say this, MLB. Don't start the season in Detroit. Don't start the season. No, Milwaukee's got a dome, right?
Let me pull up the Guardians schedule real quick. I think the Indians and the Guardians and the Tigers start the season against each other.
Oh.
We got the Yankees.
Now
Yankees and
you
Rangers playing
MLB, you dumb son of a bitches, and I'm calling
Yankees
you
are playing
that.
Texas.
Go play.
The season.
You got two teams in Florida. You got a team
Okay,
in Arizona. You got two teams in Texas. You got all these teams with domes.
You got LA and San Diego.
Play there for 2 weeks.
Anaheim.
Boston, have your home opener April 15th, April 16th. That's
the
fine.
Patriots Day game. You
Christ,
have to
I
have a
remember
home game.
when the 6 Oriole opening day games had snow.
Yeah, I remember those days. Yankees.
1996,
Baltimore,
2007 for the Indians.
Baltimore, New York.
Baltimore, Boston, Pittsburgh,
New York.
Cincinnati, New York. Bring them down south, you dumb asses. How stupid have you got to... Oh, God.
Rob, can I interrupt with the first 5 games for the Guardians coming up?
Oh, this is going to be awesome. Probably March 31st will be a damn doubleheader.
Nope. March 31st at home against Kansas City.
Oh, God.
Take April Fool's Day off.
Yeah.
And then play the next 2 games against Kansas City.
At home.
At home for 3 games.
At home.
At home or on the road against Kansas City.
At home.
Toronto opens in Baltimore.
March life was like a box of chocolates, but we know what the box of chocolates is for.
So Tim,
late March.
Guardians are playing 3 at home, a day off, and then what happens next?
No, a game, a day off, and then 5 games straight.
What if they started the regular season at their spring training site?
And who?
No.
Tampa Bay.
The revenue loss would be.
Oh, it would be huge, Keith. Because you couldn't do it because most spring training sites hold 3,000 at most. Right. It would be terrible. It would be terrible. But what is wrong with playing the first 2 weeks? I don't care if you got to play, even if you got to go minor league rules. All right, Cleveland. Guess what? Somebody in your division. Name somebody in your. Is it Kansas City in your division?
Yes.
Go down there and play Kansas City for a week. Solid.
Well, but here's the problem.
I know it takes care of the season.
You can't always have the teams play away.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take some chances. Yes, it's going to be cold. I get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, it's going to be cold when they play in late October anyway.
I understand that too.
But personally, if you want to do like an every other year thing, okay, I'm good with that.
How about this? Why wouldn't they make some of these teams that get 5, 6, 7 feet of snow a year, make them have a damn dome? I mean,
you can't make them.
No, you can't make them. Plus, you don't know if ownership or the city will commit the money to it.
Yeah. But you can bet you would get so many more fans. Even if it snowed.
I mean, no offense, Big Paulie, but you hope they don't build a dome like they did Tropicana Field.
No. Tropicana Field. Well, when they built it, they didn't know that they'd be the last dome team standing.
Yeah.
But still, it was not a very bright design.
Well, technically, it was the old home of the Tampa Bay Lightning, right?
Yes, that's true, Tim. That's true. They held the Lightning for a while, and they draw 30,000 a game for a Lightning game, and they can't even draw anything close to that for the Rays. Go figure.
12.
They can't even draw 10.
That's right. That's right, Harris.
Yeah.
It's just so sad.
It is.
Yeah.
We're going to lose him to Montreal, I'm pretty sure of. I think it's
hold on. Let me pull up. Let's do the NHL kind of wrap up right here.
You're heading out, Keith?
Oh, I thought Tim was.
All right, so we have 5-1 Carolina, end of the first. Washington, the Capitals are 2-2, about 12 minutes to go in the second. Buffalo and Ottawa tied at 1. The Islanders are playing again. Yay. They're 1-1 against Philly.
Is Pac-Man Jones in prison, Darius? I don't know.
I don't think he is.
Last I heard, Pac-Man was trying wrestling, but that was several years ago.
That was a joke.
Yes, it was. Some guys got it, some guys don't for that business.
Agreed.
And he don't.
He don't.
Yeah.
And if you told me that Bad Bunny would have been anywhere near feasible for being honestly, you're out of your mind. But he did well from what
I've got to work 2 of his concerts coming up soon at the Amway.
Who?
I have asked that I could do a ticket taker that night as opposed to being an usher.
Ian Anderson, Jethro Tull.
Yeah, I'll go along.
YouTube Racing League. We had race number 5 today. We're gonna have race number 6 tomorrow.
Where did I finish? Last?
In this last race, no, I don't think you finished last.
I still haven't won a race yet.
I'm gone too.
Let's see. And I don't know where you start in the next race. What if I just tell you where you started?
I got baseball.
You started 26th. You started 26th last race.
Okay.
Today. So I'm not going to tell you where you finished. I'll promise you didn't. You weren't 44th. How about that? You were not 44th. I'll promise you that. Yeah. So,
guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take off.
All right, Tim. Have a good one, my friend.
All right, take care, guys.
Yes, I'm glad you were able to make it.
Darius, see you later, sir.
I am working on chopping up the rest of my Hockey Blast cards, 86, 87.
Okay.
I've been asked who took off on us. Michael P jumps like a damn frog from one end to the other. Anyway, so
you got rabbit blood.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole playoffs. I'm thinking about doing quick play, one roll of the dice, and that's a game. Mm-hmm. And if I do that, then see how everybody finishes, and then do the playoffs, Eastern Conference and Western Conference. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Or I may just do decision games like in the first round. If we get to a game 5, okay, I'm gonna play that game because that's one to decide everything, and then any game, and then the finals. Get to definitely the Stanley Cup Finals. Do all 7 if there are 7, but
the whole series.
Yes. So I hope some people will watch that if we do that. It's 86, 87. That's the year Philadelphia and Edmonton made it to the finals. Philadelphia got 100 points. Edmonton got 106 with nearly 300 goals. Yeah.
The Flyers took them to 7 games, if I remember correctly.
They did. Okay. Flyers took them to 7 games. Flyers lost just a year, 2 years prior to that, lost that goalkeeper in the auto wreck. What was his name?
Lindgren,
Pelle Lindgren, yeah.
Okay.
Pelle Lindgren, yeah. So they lost him, and I think that was a real blow to him. I really do.
I think he will too, Ken.
So that's going to be some of the stuff. I already finished my 2019 World Series replay. It kind of gives it away because I finished it and I only went 5 games. And if you watch first 2 or 3 games, you know who won. So you don't have to go back and watch the 5th game unless you just want to say, ha ha, I bet that team wins. Yeah, I bet they do too. I think Harris and I both told you that before. Yeah. So we're going to definitely try it. I want to give that free football, fast drive football.
Right, by Al Wilson.
Yep. So you guys definitely leave me a comment. Don't forget, I'm a Washington Redskins fan. So if you can put me some seasons down there that they did well, that probably will help you as far as.
Close your eyes and you have your seasons.
If Ken teaches you how to do hockey bones, would you want to do that on the channel?
I don't think so. I've seen a few people play hockey bones. I don't think it's me. Plus, he says it's a little bit.
It's a lot
it's
into
in depth. It's in depth to it.
Big
too.
learning curve.
It's got a real strong learning curve.
But so have you played any of those fast drive games yet, Keith?
Yeah.
Have you? Oh, you have played some games. Oh, okay. And what season have you got?
I was playing a game when I was chatting to you one night.
Okay, and
79.
You got the 79 season. Paulie, do you have
printed the 68 too? But
but Rob, I'll make a suggestion for you. 1983 for your season because the Redskins did not win the Super Bowl that year, but they had a kick-ass offense.
Yeah,
91.
Yeah, you talking about when the Raiders won? 83,
The other Raiders won, and the Redskins got shut down in the Super Bowl, but they had a very solid offense.
Or 84. Washington was good that year, too. They lost to the Bears in the playoffs, but Marino had his epic year.
Yeah. 87 is
was a strike year, but again, the Redskins won the Super Bowl.
That's when Doug Williams went friggin' nuts on the Denver team and throwed for 330 yards in the second quarter.
Okay, what do you have? Four or five touchdown passes in that quarter?
5.
All in that one quarter.
35 points. They went for 35 points.
But 4 touchdown passes.
And Timmy Smith ran wild and was never heard from again.
Did they get a run? Did they get a touchdown run in that? I thought he threw 5 touchdown passes.
No, Timmy Smith had a 58-yard run.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to say that he did.
He was the MVP. Think about that. When have you ever seen a quarterback in the Super Bowl throw for over 250 yards in one quarter and win and not become the MVP? 1987, when Timmy Smith
Williams was the MVP.
Huh?
Williams got the MVP.
Oh, did Williams end up getting the MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Timmy Smith got it.
No, Williams got it.
200. What did he run for? 202 yards.
Smith had the game of his life that night.
Yeah, and then 88.
Never was heard from again. Really?
No, 88. He never even came back. Yeah, it was like you know.
He got into drugs or something.
Yeah, he got into some trouble.
Alex, to answer your question, first off, I don't see any of them going in the first round. No running backs going in the first round this year. All right, first 3 I would see would be Spiller from A&M, Walker from Michigan State, and maybe Hall from Iowa State.
Yeah. I really like Walker. I know Keith does too.
What happened to the guy that Oregon had, the running backs they had? He started out the year good, but then he might have got hurt or something.
One of theirs, I think, tore ACL.
Because he was kind of like a Heisman candidate there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, was he a senior?
I don't know.
He was a junior, I think, but he was going to come out. Yeah. Oregon's running back second, third weeks this year. They were running. He was running all over everybody. Like Keith said, I think he got about 170 yards.
Well, even Kennedy Brooks could go early too.
Yeah.
Did he have a big game against Ohio State? Running back.
You know what? I think so, Keith. I think he ran for about 135, 140 yards against. Yeah, I think so. Ken Castro says Fast Drive has nice AFL seasons from the mid '60s. That's the thing, though, for old guys like me. Yeah, I'd like to at least have it when I remember when they played and stuff. No offense against the older football, but I don't hardly remember Billy Kilmer playing. I just remember my dad said something about when Billy Kilmer plays, you turn the channel because it's really bad to watch. And and he started me. He was a big Redskins fan. And then my little brother, he's 2 years younger than me, started liking Miami. He liked Marino. Wow. And I couldn't stand Marino. Of all the quarterbacks that's ever played, Marino to me.
C.J. Verdell was the guy's name.
Oh, okay. Verdell. Yeah, that's one guy I just never liked. I didn't like his attitude. I just never liked Marino. And I don't know. The first game I think I remember watching was probably Pittsburgh against Dallas, Super Bowl maybe 11, 10, 12, something like that, where they the catch by Lynn Swann and all. Yeah, and
that was 10.
And
some are all marking out over it. What a catch by Lynn Swann.
Oh, he's still talking about it.
And yeah, and over the years you grow respect. Watching the Raiders play in the late '80s and early '90s, late '70s, early '80s, had to grow some respect for them. Just watching them just come into that bleeding and popping people upside the face. 49ers, you had to have some respect for them the way they played in the early 80s. Then the Bears and the Giants. Those two teams in a row, they were just monsters. But
hey, Harris, that I know this is probably not your most fondest memory, but that 81 championship game after Clark caught the touchdown.
The catch.
Yeah, wasn't it Pearson caught a pass and somebody for the 49ers just caught him or tackled him before he could run it the rest of the way to the end zone, as I recall. Dallas, I think they got just across midfield or something, and there was might have been Pearson. And I think somebody for San Francisco was able to get
Pearson.
Was it Stuckey or Ronnie Lott or something that got him?
And Dallas just needed a field goal to win that game at that point because it was 28-27. So,
do you guys think the Giants or the Jets will trade their 2 first-round draft picks in the draft trade? Me and Harris have said all along the Jets should trade down, get as many picks as they can possibly get, first and second-round picks, defensively and offensively. They need line help.
Alex, the biggest mistake the Jets made was winning a game or two at the end of the season because it took their better draft position away, which would have gave them more leverage to make multiple picks. So, the two teams that really have that shot to trade down are Jacksonville and Detroit. I don't think the Jets or the Giants are either smart enough to do it to start with.
Right.
And the Jets nearly beat the Bucks.
Yeah, Salah's a good coach, I think. I think he's a good coach. I never heard anybody even mention firing him this year. Nothing. And
any quarterback
has the most bust potential. Oh, yes. Any quarterback taken this year has bust potential, yes, because I would say their chances of making it's probably 35% at best. 1 in 3 chance. What do you think, Harris?
Oh, there's only 2 or 3 guys that are coming out that have the capability of starting in the NFL.
And that just because they got the capability. I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence this year. He played like shit. He played like shit for 12 games.
Well,
and then he finally.
That's what he
a
had
lot was coaching. The coaching was Lawrence's part.
Yeah.
I mean, he won't come out and say it, but he wasn't happy with the coaching.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to do. They got to do better.
The only quarterback coming into this draft that I think will make it in the NFL is Kenny Pickett.
I think Kenny Pickett has a legit chance to too. Matt Corral. His thing, after
be a lifetime backup.
After ACL injury, it's going to be tough to come back. Now, if he sat out a year, and says, "Guess what? I'll show you guys next year what I can do," that to me would show me that he's got confidence in his game. And guess what? I don't want to get paid for a year making minimum salary and sitting on the bench just because some team picked me. That would show me confidence, and I would have to consider him if he actually told the people now in New York or wherever he's got to tell them for the league and say, "Look, I don't want to be eligible this year. I want to be eligible next year just due to my injury." That to me, I would give a dude 2 pats on the back and be like, "Hey, guess what? I want to come watch you when you do try out," because I think it would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think it would be awesome.
3 prospects that I most want for the Cowboys. Evan Neal, an offensive tackle. That's probably their biggest weak spot. No depth at tackle, or actually no depth at all in the offensive line this year. I think they need another defensive back to help Diggs out a little bit, and they need a backup quarterback.
Is Elliott done with them?
No.
Is he a free agent?
I think he just signed another big contract with him, didn't he? Last year.
I don't know.
I don't know how much he's got left.
Really?
Yeah, he signed a big contract with him last year. Wait a minute.
I'm with you, Keith. I don't think right now. I don't even think he's as good a running back as the other kid, his backup.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have him.
Yeah, but the money they paid him.
Yeah. What's the kid's name? The backup.
Pollard, isn't it?
Pollard.
Yeah.
I would if I was going to go after either one of them as a free agent, I'd rather have Pollard right now. I would. I realize the other guy's so much bigger than Pollard. But
Yeah, he signed a 6-year, $90 million contract. He signed through 26.
Oh, okay. Rob, which 3 positions does Washington football team need to address in the draft the most? Coach,
Other than the head coach.
Head coach, and head coach. Really, if you want, we need a tight end now. The kid from Virginia Tech, I think he's had his best days. We need to get definitely a tight end, and we got to get some defensive. Well, how about some linebackers? I wouldn't mind getting a couple of linebackers who actually could go in there and blitz, rush your passer, and cover running backs if you needed them to. I
wouldn't concentrate on the skill positions. I'd line a defensive back.
Does Washington take a quarterback in the first round?
I don't think so.
Not
because how many years did they sign Fitzpatrick for? 2, I think. I think he's still in the contract. If he is, Washington football team fires Ron Rivera and hires Rob. That wouldn't be no help, man. I never said bring my ass up there.
He was 1 year, $10 million.
$1 million. Okay, so he's a free man, and he
$10 million free agent.
Yeah.
For a year supply of 1-bite pizzas, you get Rob signs with Washington.
Get a bunch of Jack's pizzas. I eat one of those son of bitches tonight.
Washington needs to hire a GM before they fire a coach.
They need to get themselves an owner. They need to make him get rid of the team, have themselves a GM, then get themselves a head coach. They're ways down the line before they can do anything.
It's like the same story of ineptitude, and
with a lot of teams that are not willing to address that are not willing to address their problem. They're always pointing to the quarterback.
Playing
they're always
with the same hand of cards every time.
Yeah, and then when they do change cards, the only difference is different players end up getting squashed because ineptitude at coaching, ineptitude at drafting players, and then ineptitude at just simply ownership of a team. And there's a lot of teams out there that if the cities insisted on, look, we want you to get rid of your team, we'll help you out. We'll do what we got to do to help you sell the team. My goodness. And I'm hearing Bolins are kind of getting pushed out in Denver. It is
really,
yeah, that's what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing there's one big name behind that. It's Elway. See, Elway wanted to be the GM. He wanted to be the man to make the picks, and they said no. They said no.
Got an investment group or something?
Elway was what he minority owner or some bullshit like that. So anyway, they gave him the title of assistant GM or co-assistant GM, some bullshit.
Title only.
And what happened was, he wanted to get another quarterback last year or some shit. I don't even know what would happen this year. If you notice, he would not sit in the box with the Bolins at all this year. So anytime you watched game, he was either sitting in the fans section or either wasn't even sitting. The way I understand, I don't think he sat in the stands much at all. I think he just was at home and shit. So yeah, he's sourpuss.
Well, he was all. It was all him for bringing Peyton Manning to Denver.
Yes.
Which kicked out Tim Tebow.
Yeah, he pushed Tebow in.
Tim Tebow deal too.
Yeah. The way I understand it, he liked that quarterback that got hurt. What was his name? And I thought he was a good quarterback. The one that came from Carolina, not Byron Leftwich. Shit.
Yeah, Leftwich came from Marshall.
Yeah,
the guy that played it for the Saints for a little while.
Played for Denver this year. Played for Denver this year and wore the gloves. A black kid.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah. He pushed for Bridgewater to come in,
right.
and then when they brought what's his name back, you didn't see or hear nothing from him. What's the kid that they got? And he really ain't amounted to shit. I realize that. But what's a kid that's played for
Sean, Rob Harris, and Paulie are the strippers. What are you talking about?
Shit.
Huh?
No, Anthony's a stripper.
You don't want to see me naked.
So, who was it? Locke, Drew Locke.
Oh.
Yes.
He was totally against the Drew Locke situation. He didn't like that. So I think he wanted to see him get dealt or something. I know he wanted the kid from the Raiders for the longest time. I don't know how much of a damn upgrade that is. But,
right.
I mean, I really – and look, I got to be the first to tell you, Stafford has surprised the hell out of me this year. I didn't think Stafford had it in him. I really thought he was a 5-9, 5-10 quarterback all his career. If you give some quarterbacks some offense behind them, they got a chance. And that's the one thing that you got to take into account when you look at some of these kids that go 4-12, 4-13, or whatever the hell. You got to take that into accountability that, okay, if Heineke had 2 or 3 good offensive linemen and maybe a tight end and maybe another receiver, what could they do? Could they be better? Could they be a 7-8 team, or could they be a 9-7 team? Or something? I don't know.
What are guys out there, coach, probably quarterback, that teams are in danger of falling in love with too much? They invest too much into them, and then it really sets their team back for 5 years or so.
Any
for
team
instance,
Jerry Jones owns.
Well, Jerry Jones,
like the Cardinals with their quarterback. I mean, should they
Kyler Murray
reconsider getting too in love with him as a quarterback? Or
after last night, I think everything's on the table in terms of
Kyler Murray. To me, Kyler Murray is a smaller Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has went through the same shit. I don't care what anybody says. I know a lot of people even tell me Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer. All I can say is I've seen the kid play. I don't think Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer.
No.
No.
But the only way he gets in the Hall of Fame is when he's dead and gone and goes in on a Legends ballot.
Yeah. But Russell Wilson has been able to run the football well and throw the football well. Well, this kid, the only difference in this kid down in Arizona is he hadn't got hit yet. And that's the thing. When somebody plants him, and when I say plants him, picks his feet up off the ground, gets him right up under the chest, and just goes head first down into the ground with him.
You know what? I don't think they're going to have to worry about that because he's going to have more leg injuries like he did with that sprained ankle.
Yeah. He's having he has so many problems. And they list him at 5'10". If that kid is 5'10", I'm friggin' 7 foot tall. There's no way in hell he's 5'10". I don't believe it. And that's the thing. I mean, hell, would you rather have the kid in Arizona, or would you rather have Taysom Hill in New Orleans? You see, now in this case, I'd rather have Hill, even though I know Hill ain't getting you nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't getting you nowhere, but he's a little gimmicky quarterback and hand the ball off. He's actually a running back more than he is a damn or receiver or whatever, more than he is.
Hill's probably more of a slot guy than he is a quarterback.
And that's the thing. He might be able to take a hit a little bit better than the kid from Arizona. But there's so many. I mean, Hill is not near as big as Jackson up there in Baltimore. And when's the last 3 seasons, right? Lamar Jackson's been out games.
Well, last games. Two.
Yeah, you
can't stand the wear and tear of a 17-game season.
No.
Well, you figure he missed the last 4 games this year.
Yeah.
Plus, he was out 1 or 2 other weeks because of a illness.
Thanks, does.
And last year he missed a couple games.
You cannot go into this league being a running quarterback.
No.
You can be a versatile quarterback that throws and then runs.
Like
Shit,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers does that. Yes.
Well, Aaron Rodgers last year cost Green Bay when he didn't run.
Yeah.
Okay, down there, 3rd and goal or 4th and goal, I forget what it was. But he had a lane. They were only on the 6-yard line going in. And he had a lane, and he just overthrew the guy intentionally to get rid of the football. Green Bay wins that game, they move on.
Mahomes is another guy. He would much rather throw the football. But if you give him a lane to run for 40 yards, he's going to damn well do it. Right. He's taking advantage of you. There's some quarterback. Hell, Tom Brady will run for 10 or 15 yards if you let him. There's a lot of quarterbacks that will take advantage of you if you, what do you say, leave the back door open of your house, they're going to sneak in. And that's just what the hell they're doing. Hell, Joe Burrow's pretty good at that. Joe Burrow's not a bad one. Now, I don't think
Wait a minute. Beginning of the season, weren't you all against Burrow?
Oh, yeah, I've been against Burrow the whole year. And I, and the thing is,
uh-oh.
He's frozen.
He froze.
I heard you fixed it.
You got him too riled up, Harris.
That is not a face a mother would love.
So what do you think Minnesota should do? Should they just think like Cousins is our guy for the next 3 years? Or do you think they ought to be thinking?
I think they got to go younger.
Oh, yeah, they definitely got to get younger.
Rob is still frozen. Amazing.
Yeah, he might disappear and then come back.
Oh, there he is.
And here's Rob.
We're back now.
We kept the seat warm for you, Rob.
Man, we're glad you got rid of that frozen face, man.
Well, I blame that on
face
Sean.
Your mother could not love.
All 4 of mine just showed zeros, circles, so that's pretty cool.
I blame Sean for that.
Looked like Angelo Bruno when he died. Have you ever seen that face? Ooh.
So, what do you think, Kirk Cousins? How much longer should he be the signal caller for the Vikings?
They got rid of their coach, right?
Yeah.
Zimmer's gone.
Nah, yeah, get rid of him now. Get rid of him now.
Start over.
Yeah.
Guys, first off, and this is for anybody that got rid of the coach, okay? You got to get that coach in position before you can decide what offense you're going to run in your personnel packages.
I agree. So you don't get rid of him until after you get your coach, and then if he wants to get rid of him, let him do it. Yeah, I'm with you.
And there again, you don't know what's going to be out there for free agency. You don't know what you're going to have to draft.
Or if you're willing, if you're a coach and the ownership tells you, look, let's go a fresh new way. But guess what? We'll give you a 5-year contract, and we got every confidence in you. Then you're getting paid 5 years. Chances are you may stay there 5 years with a rookie or something, because you don't know how many. If Rodgers is a man of his word and leaves, that division all of a sudden becomes the most open. I mean, most fun to watch. Detroit with a kid, and we got a ton of draft picks coming up. Chicago Bears, never fun to play against that defense, and if that offense gets lined up, they can be pretty good. Minnesota, with all of those receivers and running backs and stuff, if they get themselves the right quarterback, their defense is not terrible. And then Green Bay, you can't ever go to Green Bay and think, Jordan Love would have to come through for him and have to start playing. But
look, let's face it, though, in that division, you're going to have 2 new coaching staffs, so you don't know what to expect.
Yeah. So if Rodgers were to leave, I would have to watch all the NFC North games next year just to be like, wow, because I think it would be awesome to watch.
Now, at his age, do you think another team is willing to pick him up and put him in as a starter?
You're talking about Rodgers?
Yeah.
I think if he went to Pittsburgh and he said, okay, I want 3 years, $65 million, they would give him 3 years, $65 million. And
I don't think the man can play for 3 more years.
I don't know if he can or not, but I think they'd do it. I really do. Huh?
2 maybe.
But the thing is, that's the thing. A quarterback's going to stretch it. He's what was he? 37, 38? 37. I think.
37.
If he wins the Super Bowl this year, I think he's going to retire.
He could, but he said
him and Big Ben go out the same time. You think?
That would be cool.
Well, I just think if he wins this year, I think he's going to hang it up.
I mean, let's face it, both of them are Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
he'd wind up hosting Jeopardy again.
Yeah.
So this is what he said prior to the season. He said, "I'm going in there with the intention of winning the Super Bowl with Green Bay, walking out of that stadium, throwing my hand up to the fans for the final time, and they're never going to see the green and yellow on me again. And then I'm going to another city, unspecified now. He didn't say what city, but I'm going to go somewhere else and show my talents." Now, I don't know if he's a man of his word. I ain't never said he's a man of his word.
When did he say that?
August.
Okay, but that's when he was bickering with us.
Finally decided he was going to play this season.
Yeah.
Right. But he had decided to play this season by that time. This was before. I mean, the bickering and shit was just about over. Yeah. And
yeah, but there's still a lot of things that were probably needed to settle out yet.
Right. and like Keith said, there's probably a 50-50 chance if he wins the Super Bowl, especially if he gets beat up a lot in the next 3 weeks, next 3 out of 4 weeks. Why come back? Why? Yeah. He has no
wind up replacing Terry Bradshaw on Fox or something like that. I mean, Bradshaw's getting a little long in the tooth.
And he's starting to say a lot of shit he shouldn't say on TV too.
Yes.
So I'm going to say about your comment about him getting beat up the next 3 weeks. If he gets beat up either week, they don't win.
You might be right. You might be right. Who you like more, Pac-Man Jones, Marshawn Lynch, or Vontaze Burfict? I don't have a gun in that fight, and Who is going to be the biggest wild card player the remainder of the playoffs? Well, the wild card player this week. Wow.
By the way, I heard that Peyton Manning used the S-bomb on the telecast last night because he couldn't hear.
Oh, yeah.
That's par for his course.
Shit, guys, turn the volume up. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. But it's Peyton Manning, so he's going to probably get a damn pass from it, Certain guys can get that pass. That's just the way it works.
Well, look at AEW. They get away with saying shit on TV.
Yeah,
biggest wild card player rest of the remainder of playoffs, Derrick Henry, if he plays.
Good choice.
Wow.
Good
choice. Bosa, if he plays for the 49ers this week, because he can make an impact, and if he can get the Packers quarterback, Rodgers, they got a chance. How many viewers would you get on if you had Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? 0, because I wouldn't telecast it.
So, Rob, who do you think it's the Danny White Award this year?
What, Cross-Eyed Award?
Quarterback that loses the conference championship.
Oh! I thought you was talking about one that gets beat the hell up so bad he's cross-eyed by the time the game's over with. I was going to give Joe Burrow that, but
is it going to be the guy for the Bills?
Stafford.
Allen.
that loses the conference championship.
Yeah.
Tannehill. I think Tannehill loses to the Bills. I like the Bills going to the Super Bowl. And then the other side of the marker, it's hard to go. It's hard to go against Rodgers, but I picked against him with Garoppolo. I think Stafford. I think Stafford's done after this week.
I picked him to win.
Yeah, but can you see all the reporters though if Stafford goes on and wins a Super Bowl?
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine Detroit?
How about Detroit Free Press? Yeah. What's that guy?
Yeah, but with the draft picks they're going to get, they might want to keep quiet on that for a little bit.
Yeah,
but
see how that turns out.
They're going to be like, how in the hell did we get rid of him? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's Detroit for you.
Yeah,
Detroit Free Press.
You had him for all those
What's
years.
that guy's
He was
name?
the best of his
Mitch.
career.
What's Detroit Free Press guy?
Mitch Albom.
Yeah, Mitch Albom. Are you kidding? Mitch Albom is a wide open son of a bitch. Oh yeah,
I
he'll
don't
be like,
Mitch Albom.
I don't like him either. But he's one that'll go out and be like, what in the hell did we give up? And 5 years ago, he done already said this was a washed up son of a bitch.
He seems like a jerk to me. I don't
he
know
is
why.
a jerk. He is a total jerk. Yeah, he really is a big time jerk. About 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. Don't forget.
I don't really care for that Mike Lupica either. He's kind of
Lupica
a little
can
weasel too.
Yeah, and he's a whole lot like the Mad Dog. He's a whole lot like him. He can get under your damn skin real quick.
Michigan blows Maryland out in the NCAA basketball.
Oh, in basketball, Michigan beats Maryland.
Oh,
don't forget.
They were saying, isn't it amazing that all of a sudden when the playoffs start, nobody tests positive for COVID? Now, there were a lot fewer teams playing, but there's been a lot of positive cases.
Right.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
And you're right. Yeah. You got to wonder how many of them is getting pushed under the carpet. And if that is the case by the league, shame on the damn league.
Well, the thing is, the league is right now not testing anybody that has the vaccine.
Right.
If they're asymptomatic.
Right. And then the NHL, those backwards ass bastards, talking about pushing it playoffs back a week and then reducing the playoff teams. I don't know what the hell they're thinking about. They're just
they're trying to get the whole schedule in. They've got
but the problem
games to make.
But the problem is you don't want to get rid of playoffs. I don't know what these assholes are doing. They really don't know themselves. I really don't think they do.
I know it's tradition to have 16 teams in the playoffs. That's too many teams. I
understand that too. But even if you had to go 3 out of 5 all the way across, that's fine. But damn it, you're sitting at home now. You're not playing in the Olympics. You're going to play through that. You're going to play through it. Come on, look. And they're saying, well, we're going to get all these games in, and Canada has not changed anything. Canada has kept, where America, U.S. has said, you can cross lines and stuff. Canada's like, no, you can't cross lines without being tested, which you can come into the U.S. without being tested now.
Canada's been very, very strict through the whole thing with
truckers are blocking entry into Canada or exiting Canada or something.
It's been up around Buffalo in that area. They've been showing their asses, showing up, blocking it off because what's happening is a lot of truckers, before they're able to get into there, a lot of them don't want to be, don't want to have the vaccine. No. And if you don't have it, you're not going up there.
Right.
If you're a trucker and you want to go to Canada, if you've not had the vaccine, you're not getting into Canada. And what they're doing, they're blocking the entrance way for the other guys, which is bullshit. I mean, I don't have the vaccine. I've never had the vaccine, but I'm not a sourpuss about the bullshit. If somebody looks at me and says, "Well, Rob, but I did have a vaccine," very cool. Very cool.
Kind of similar to a striking worker protesting a replacement worker.
Yeah. And how about this bullshit? This is one that really gets on my nerves. Nurses fired at Lynchburg, Virginia General Hospital due to the fact they did not get the shot. But if you have COVID and you've had the vaccine, you're fine. You're not expected to come to work. But the ones that did not have it, the shot, you're fired. They got rid of their asses, and that was Monday, 3 days ago.
By the way, have you guys seen the bullshit with Novak Djokovic?
Where he got pushed out of Australia.
The Australian Open that began this week.
Yeah, his visa ran out, and he did not go.
And he hasn't been vaccinated.
Right,
and
he has not been vaccinated.
Already saying that if he doesn't get vaccinated by then, we're not going to let you play
at the U.S. Open.
French Open in Paris.
Yeah, U.S. Open too, saying it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm like this about it. He's not up on top of somebody's ass the whole time he's playing. It's not like he's a wrestler.
Right.
I'm not going to say he should have to or shouldn't have to.
Should be his choice.
That's to me it.
Yeah.
But I can understand fully in hockey. Hockey, you're all over people. You're all. I mean, hell, you switch and sweat. That's just like boxers. All those guys, MMA fighters. Hell yeah! If you want to make it where they all have to get vaccinated, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know. Well, how close actually has he got to get to people? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a sticky situation. But they should have at least informed him 2-3 weeks ahead of time, but they did not. The way we understand it. Who is the award winner for the biggest trash dump of 2021? Wow. Oh man, we had a bunch of them last year. We had
Joe Biden.
I will not go political on anybody, so I'll tend to steer a different way. God, it's so tough though. I tell you what.
Now, what were that? Those the candy stripe nurses you were talking about, Rob? Or
no, hell no. These are the ones that hook the IVs to you. And
because Ken would be a little offended.
Who's the most beautiful? Who's the most beautiful sports reporter of all time? I like it. I like that chick on. I like that chick. It was on NHL Network. Watney, Heidi Watney. That's who I like. Heidi Watney. That's who I like. It's definitely not Erin Andrews. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, if you say Erin Andrews, man, I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah, she's not that hot. She's really not.
Yes, Erin Andrews was not too bad to look at, but nowadays you're right.
She looked like she's
back when she was first starting. Well, she's from Tampa. Her father is a reporter for Channel 8, the NBC station.
Oh, really?
Tampa, so I'm a little partial.
Please don't say
Nichols get terminated for. Didn't she get let go by the NBA?
Yeah, because she got into it. It was a thing about women and race, and she ended up losing that deal.
Mm.
Yeah. It's weird how it works when the circle turns around and comes out and kicks you in the ass, but it happens to some people sometimes. And it ended up happening to her. Her and what was the gal's name? The black lady. And they were talking about how one of them.
No, not Michelle.
Lisa Salters.
Lisa. No, it won't Lisa
Pam
Salters.
Oliver.
Well,
Oliver,
not Pam
yeah.
Oliver. It won't Pam Oliver either. Now, this was one on ESPN that does these. It sits there at the desk like a dumb bitch. Has no damn clue. I can't think of her name.
Oh,
wait a minute.
I can see the face, but I can't see the name.
Yeah. She sits there and has no damn clue. You could ask her something about a player, and she'd be like, "Huh?" If she ain't got a piece of paper in front of her.
What's her last name? Hill or something like that?
Jamel Hill.
That's it.
Jamel Hill. That's it. So Jamel Hill, she sits at the table and talks to a couple of NBA players and all this stuff, and eventually, something ended up happening where she ended up offending somebody or doing something, and then the other girl did too, and then they had to fire one of them, and they did it. Both of them are female, so they had to decide. I guess they had to flip a damn coin, and I don't know. I don't know exactly how it went down. You can read more about it, I'm sure, if you go to a article somewhere. But anyway, Rachel Nichols ended up getting the short end of the stick there. But yeah,
Allie LaForce is one of the better looking ones.
Yeah, she ain't bad looking. Oh yeah, she's cute. Mm-hmm. She works a lot of college football.
Yeah, she's still with that pitcher too, Joe Smith.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you want to look at one from Philly, well, she was in Philly and went to Boston, and then went to Kansas. Went to San Diego and then went to Kansas City.
Man, she's got Huntington's disease.
O'Donnell.
That's terrible.
What's this O'Donnell girl's name? She dated the kid from Casey O'Donnell. Yeah.
Kelly LaForce has got Huntington's disease. That's unfortunate.
Kacie McDonald. Casey McDonald. There she is. And oh yeah, she loves herself. There's no damn doubt about that shit. She dated this guy. What the hell is his name? Georgia quarterback, Aaron something or other. She was going to marry him.
He have it?
Anyway, she thought he was going to be an NFL quarterback. And now she's with Aaron Murray, former Kansas City Chiefs quarterback. Aaron Murray. He lasted a year, and then now she's with Eric Hosmer. So that's all she's about. She's just chasing who she can chase. But yeah, she's not ugly. I'm not gonna say she's ugly by any stretch, but she just there she is. That must be. That ain't Hosmer there. That's another one of the guys. That must be Aaron Murray there.
Oh, I guess I made a false report on that. It doesn't look like Kelly LaForce has Huntington's, but his mother had it, and it looks like they're trying to have a child, and they're trying to figure out a way that they can do it and get an in vitro fertilization without Huntington's in the genetic code. Who was that?
Who
Eric Hosmer.
A real MMA fight between Brock Lesnar or Bobby Lashley?
I'd like Lashley.
Huh?
Oh, come on now.
I think I'd like Lashley and then shaking my head.
To be kidding.
To the objectifying of women on this channel. Yeah, you hear him, don't you?
I'd have to take Brock Lesnar in that fight.
Well,
guys, can't hear you. You're muted or something.
Next Tuesday night.
Here I am.
Next Tuesday night, we've got the NFC champions going to be the two teams going to be playing for the NFC championship. Two teams playing for the AFC championship, and we're going to see who's going to be going to the Super Bowl. Should be pretty good this week. There are no dome games. I love that shit. So that's one thing I like. Titans, weather could come into play. Green Bay, definitely weather could come into play. Tampa, rain, wind, it could come into play.
Should be about 60 degrees in Tampa.
Really? Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be windy though. It was windy.
We're having a cold front come through Saturday, so it's possible.
What day is which game? What
day is Sunday game, right?
So the Super Bowl is the only remaining indoor game.
Bucks Rams are playing at 3:05 Sunday.
On the Peacock, NBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, 60 degrees Sunday, partly cloudy.
Yeah, so that should be good. The Chiefs, somebody said they're playing in about 30-degree weather. That should be fine.
Should be about normal for them.
Yeah, it should not be any problem for the Bills. The 49ers may be the team that really, really hates it this week. But if they go up there with intention of taking 12's head off, that'll be good. That'll be good. I think most of the people on this channel, Harris, will you be happy if Rodgers gets beat?
Hell yeah.
Paulie.
Of course, because the Bucs would get the NFC Championship game that way.
Keith.
What was the question?
If Rodgers gets beat down and loses this week, are you gonna be happy?
No, because I got an uncle that's a Packer fan.
Oh, so you want to see the Pack win?
Yeah, I've always kind of been a fan of Rodgers. I mean, I know he can be kind of a bit of a jerk sometimes, I guess, but I've always respected his abilities. You know, if the Rams and the 49ers win, though, the Rams would be playing at home the rest of the way.
Well, it wouldn't be one more game.
Rams would have to beat the Bucks. 49ers have to beat the Packers, and then you'd be right.
If the 49ers beat the Packers and the Rams beat the Bucks, Rams would get the home game. Yeah, you're right.
Because it'd be 5 against 6.
Yeah. And then obviously if the Bills beat the Chiefs and the Bengals beat the Titans, the Bills would be a home team. How about that? Yeah.
And it could be in a blizzard or something.
Yeah. Bills could win, but I'm kind of with Keith and Tim on it. The Bengals this week, I think they got a tall chore in front of them with the Titans. They really do. Even though they're only 2.5-point dogs, and the biggest dog in the whole fight is 4.5 back, the 49ers. That's the funny part. 3 2.5-point games and 1 4.5-point game. When's the last time you read this weekend of the season nobody was a touchdown favorite? I bet it's been a lot of years.
I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Surprised that the Bucks line was not higher.
I'm a little. Yeah, I am a little. I think it could have been 4.5 easy. I really do. I didn't see a touchdown. I still don't see a touchdown.
So for my 52nd birthday next year, who should I get to pop out of a cake for me? Should I get
Ken Castro?
Ken Castro in double biker shorts. Yep. And
in a whipped cream bathing suit or something.
Him and Sean with suspenders. Yeah.
And their bike helmets.
Oh my God. Oh wow. That's too funny. Yeah, guys. Don't forget YouTube Racing League. I got race 6 coming up tomorrow.
Oh, Alex wants to know how LB is doing.
She's alive.
She's alive. He ain't gonna.
She got a bruise or something?
Not gonna promise how she.
I'll tell you what, she's lucky she hasn't been thrown through a window. I'm sitting in here like this at the computer, okay? Now, my back's not completely against the chair. I'm leaning up. Next thing I know is I got 4 paws clawed into my back.
So, and for those of you who never heard, Harris's cat LB dialed 911 one night.
Had the cops show up one night. So instead of leaving my phone sit up like this when I go to bed at night now, I've got to put it that way so she can't step on the screen.
Did you say you had one of the kids explain what happened?
No, I explained it to the cop.
Oh.
That's awesome. That is really cool.
That's not what happened to me.
Yeah. Keith, once again, happy birthday to you, my friend.
Happy birthday.
Harris, Big Paulie, Keith, my name is Rob. We will be back here next Tuesday night. Expect Tim. Expect whoever.
Rob, you got to get on here and you got to start playing some games for these guys. They're getting the itch for it.
I had a race today. I'll have another race tomorrow. We're going to get some more races in. We're going to do it.
Ken's been barking about it quite a bit.
Ken, definitely be around here tomorrow. I've already qualified for tomorrow's race. They're sitting on the table, so I'll be putting the computer in there, maybe try to get 2 races in tomorrow. We're not supposed to see snow then, so we're supposed to see snow Thursday and Friday this week.
And those who are following my college football tournament on my channel, I'm hoping to have the 48-team draw done by the weekend.
Oh, and Rob, Fast Drive does have some college teams. I mean,
right.
Top 32s or 36 or something from the last few years.
Gotcha. You all have a great night. God bless. And we hope to see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye, guys.
Good night.